We all know that in MLB The Show 20, fielding was a little bit of an issue. It looks like it's been fixed. Yo YouTube, what is going on? YeYo here, bringing you another MLB The Show video. This time we're gonna be going over everything SDS stream, which is everything fielding for this week. I'm gonna be reacting to some of the things that they mentioned, what my thoughts are on it, and at the very end there's a new legend. Before we get started, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also make sure to click on that bell to get notified every time we upload. And we're gonna jump right into it. The first thing, so it's gonna be a fielding overhaul basically, with I think the emphasis was more with the outfield animations, outfield throws, outfield everything. We'll get into it. They added so many animations, catch animations, throw animations, route animations, all of it, which is going to make the user input matter more. A lot of the things that they talked about also was plates at the walls, robbing home runs. There's new indicators for pretty much everything. All of these indicators, it depends on what choice you pick, what gameplay you pick. You remember we talked about there's going to be casual, there's going to be the one in the intermediate one, and then there's going to be the competitive one. You'll still be able to turn them on or off as you wish. If this is too much for you, then you don't need it, you can turn them off. If you need a little bit of help of route to some of the balls, route to some of the fly balls, you can always turn them on. It will give you that feedback and tell you where you're messing up if you're not catching certain balls. Here you can see all of the indicators that they were added. Obviously it's going to be in the menu where you're going to be able to turn it on and off. So it's going to be based on your personal preference. The route to ball indicator, that's the one where it's going to be like a little line drawn to tell you what route you should take to catch the ball. So basically, if you go the route that is marked for you on the field, that's going to be the best route to take it. You're going to have a higher chance of catching the ball instead of locking into these weird animations that we had in 20 where you weren't able to catch it. If you follow this route, it's their highest rate basically at catching the ball. Another of the indicators are when you're heading towards picking up a ball that was hit for a base hit, you're going to see the base where it's going to recommend you to where to throw the ball. So this is basically, they know that we're getting a lot of new people, and if you're one of them, this is going to be extremely helpful for you. But there's going to be a lot of new people playing the game that don't really understand the game, and it's going to tell you where to throw the ball. So this is basically assisting you and helping you at where to throw the ball. As you round around going to pick up the ball, it's going to tell you throw it a second, throw it a third. It's going to be the smartest play. Obviously you don't have to do what it says, but it's going to be helping you. It's going to be looking out for you basically. One of the most things I'm excited about is for the tag up indicator. So there's going to be a tag up indicator, but they added so many animations, but which before, if there was a fly ball and you know they were going to be able to tag, you would go into the ball and it will lock into that specific animation. Now, if you go into the same route, it's gonna give you a specific animation. Sometimes the player will take a couple steps back and kind of like run into the ball to make sure they get into throwing position. And that would help a lot. Your opponent, in a lot of the times, they won't be able to take that extra base, which is gonna be extremely beneficial. And we've been waiting for this. There's also a new home run indicator. There's gonna be 3 arrows. If you did play the tech test, you've probably seen it, but there's gonna be 3 arrows. There's gonna be yellow, and they're gonna start turning green. Once the third one turns green, that's basically the game telling you to jump. That's gonna be the best time and the best higher chance at robbing a home run. Not only that, but they also added a bunch of animations for robbing home runs. Now you're gonna be able to go over the wall and bring the ball back, which is gonna help a ton. A lot of the times this MLB The Show 20, you were able to rob the home runs that were like right at the wall. You could just go straight up and catch it. But if they were over the wall, you were not able to bring it back. In MLB The Show 21, you should be able to do so. There's also gonna be an extreme catch indicator, which is gonna mean those plays at the wall. A lot of the times it's gonna, obviously you're gonna be able to determine if you want to jump and try to go get that ball at the wall. If you're going to play it safe, play it back. Obviously it's gonna depend on you and the specific situation where the game is at, but this is a new one, and they also added a bunch of animations for it. So it's gonna be a lot better to be a fielder, especially if you're logging into this animation. A lot of the balls that are hit towards the wall, you knew that you had no chance at catching them, or you didn't know how to play it. Now you should be able to either go for it or play safer. Also, the animations there after picking up the ball are going to be a lot faster, so they're not going to be getting extra bases that they were getting in MLB The Show 20. Another thing that they added was a lot of different animations, and animation is something that they covered and mentioned a lot. There's going to be a lot of ball off the wall animations. You're going to be able to set yourself up to where you want to play the ball off the wall, and then there's going to be different animations. It's going to be quicker animations to get the ball, throw the ball into the infield, and or allow the base runner to advance or score. You will still be in control of all of this. You will get some assistance as far as like the outfielder waiting for the ball to hit the wall, but you just sit back, control it, sit back, and just wait for it. There's going to be a lot of faster animations, plus all of these indicators. If you have them on, you'll be able to just move faster and throw the ball in a lot quicker. One of the things that I'm most excited about is the jump catches. So there's going to be some jump catches that they added with this animations for MLB The Show 20. A lot of the times, if the ball was hit and you knew you had a chance at robbing it, you had to wait and kind of count your steps and get that momentum into it. Now, if you're at the wall, you will be able to jump straight up and rob some home runs. Some of these animations will automatically lock in and will give you kind of like a little half jump there to help you out, help reach those high balls off the wall. So this is going to be super cool. I think it's going to add a lot of urgency to the outfielders as well. And you don't have like to time specifically or kind of like go around in circles and wait for the ball to come down. Once you get at the wall, you will be able to jump and catch that ball. Now, we have been talking a lot about the outfield animation, but they also worked on the infield animations. We know, and we could see on the stream, which I'm going to link the video down in the description below. You can check it out yourself. But there were some animations with the pitcher. There were faster animations. There were faster animations with the infield as well. One thing that they did was in the throw meter, they also adjusted. You remember we had the green in the middle and then yellow and red. They were talking about nobody hits the red. Now they kind of put both of them together. So if you're in the green or if you're in the yellow and red, you may throw the ball off. So you're going to have to be very accurate when using the throw meter. That's what we use, or I use, and I recommend it. There's going to be a lot of new animations on dribblers in the infield. The infielders are going to be more aggressive. There should be more of the urgency there that we would like to see on defenders. Another thing that they did with the infielders, where, you know, if you played MLB The Show 20, that there were a lot of those like blooper over the infield that would land right in front of the left field or right out of the reach of the infielders, especially second baseman and shortstop. They added a ton of animations, so now we should be able to catch a lot of them. In the video, they actually showed that Fernando Tatis catch that he did this past year, which was amazing. He's out there stretching and catching that, covering a lot of ground too. So they added that one apparently on the Tatis, but there's going to be a lot more animations. So you're going to have a higher catch rate. So you're going to be catching a lot of those balls, which we know if you play 20, those tend to end up scoring. So hopefully you make the catch and you don't have to worry about a base runner reaching base when they weren't really supposed to. And that's going to be huge. If it's actually this effective, it's going to be huge. It's going to change the game. We're talking infield, and one thing that they added was the catcher pop time. So the catcher pop time, if you don't know, is when the catcher basically throw it a second. They were talking about is very good, is under 2 seconds, and you're gonna get that information when somebody's trying to steal. So obviously arm strength is gonna be very important for catchers, but this pop-up time is gonna matter as well. So some of them are gonna be faster than others. They went with real life, basically how good they are in real life, and implement it into the game. So hopefully you're able to like throw some players out that way. Defense for catcher, I guess, should matter this year as well. Now, this is a big one, and if you don't play offline, you probably don't even know that it existed. But when you are the outfielder, when you're controlling the outfielder, you throw the ball. Let's say you're going to throw it at second and you actually wanted to throw it at third. Now you're going to have the option of clicking that L1 to hit the cutoff man while the ball is in the air. So before, you had to either pick the base or pick the cutoff man if you wanted to hit him. Now you can throw the ball, and if the ball's in the air, you want to actually hit the cutoff, you can hit it. Obviously, it's got to be in reasonable time. So you got to throw it. Oh, my bad. L1, cut it off and throw it home, or throw it at third. Change your throw. This is going to be a game changer a lot of the times, because people would take advantage of that. People, oh, they throw it a second, they would take the extra base hit going to third or going home. So this, now the user is going to be able to kind of change the throw into the cutoff if they were not able to hit the cutoff the first time. So this is going to be huge. Trust me, if you've never heard of this is gonna be a game changer as well. And last but not least, they added a new legend, and that new legend is Grady Sizemore. So last week we had Alfonso Soriano. Now we got Grady Sizemore. We're getting a lot of these guys that played in the early 2000s, which is great. Give me Pedro Martinez, but Grady Sizemore has some great seasons. He won the Gold Glove a couple times, Silver Slugger, 3-time All-Star. He's not gonna be 125 power, 125 contact, but he's gonna be a fun card to use. He's gonna have some speed. He actually stole 38 his bases, his career high. His career high in home runs was 33, so he did have that 30-30 year, 33-38 year to be specific. So that's gonna be a very good card, fun card to use. I know we all know that Fussy is very happy to this. Give us more legends. We still got 4 of these live streams that are going to be coming up in the next month, so at least 4 more legends. Let me know down in the comment section below who do you want and who are you expecting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped you out. Again, I'm going to link the video down in the description below. You can check it out more detailed if you would like. But thank you so much for watching. This is YeYo, and I'll check it on the next one, and I'm out.